Bella Vista Designs is Southern California's premier audio and visual company, specializing in decorative lighting, draping, and sound for your upcoming wedding or event. Happy 2015, everyone, and thank you for tuning in to Fun Sparkle Drama. I'm your host, Nico Cervantes, and this is my amazing, fabulous, gorgeous, beautiful, fabulous again, co-host Nina LaFuente. Hello.
Hi, honey.
Look we're still here. They haven't kicked us out yet.
I know, 2015. Let's see how the year
I would have
goes.
kicked my ass out.
Oh my gosh. No, it's good.
Yeah.
New year,
New year.
2015.
Thank God, right?
Right. I was ready to say bye to 14.
I know.
Sure.
It's
yeah.
well, especially at the end of the year, I really feel like you're ready to go.
Yeah.
And it's hard to reflect on all the positive stuff. You're like, oh, this year, all the crap.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of good things too that happened. So
I know. I was doing this thing on the last day of the year because we went out that night for New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh, this is the last time I'll be sweeping my front porch of 2014. Oh, this is the last. I was having all these last of 2014 moments, which I've never done.
Did you think it was like the apocalypse?
I don't know. I've never done that, but it was really funny. And then we went out and had a great time.
We did. We had an amazing time.
And then I was done. I left at midnight.
It was 12:03, and I was in the middle of a conversation with you. I gave you a hug, Happy New Year's, and literally I turned around and all I did was see the back of that fur you were wearing with your hair, and you were out of there. It was 12:04. You were downstairs in the Uber, done.
Done. Yeah.
And seat.
Yeah. And I was home in bed, had a great time. So.
Well, not only is it 2015, but it's also my year anniversary of therapy.
Yay!
I know. Did I get applause for that? So a year ago, I decided that I didn't want to be a hot mess anymore, and I signed myself up for therapy, and it has been such an amazing experience.
Yes. Yeah.
Therapy is awesome.
Yeah.
And it, I don't know why it took me so long to get here.
Yeah. Well, people go to therapy when they're ready, and and as your best friend, I love that you're in therapy. Well, because it gives us more perspectives to talk about. But I can see a really positive change in you, and I think everybody should go to therapy at least once, just to kind of. It's nice to have that person who's not in your everyday life that can really just give you some perspective from a professional standpoint. And some people like to go to their church or another type of therapy. I think any type is good as long as it's positive and it makes you feel good.
Yeah, and it's not people that know that are gonna tell you how wonderful you are and tell you how great you are or not tell you the truth. It's a person that can stand back and be all, no, that was a really crappy decision. Right,
totally. And I think too, in Santa Barbara, there's so many services here. You can pay $200 an hour and go to a great, educated, PhD in this and that. But you can also go to New Beginnings or one of these smaller places where people are getting their licenses, and it's $30 an hour, a sliding scale. So I think there's no reason that no one should go if you need help.
To me, it's like water.
Right.
You need it.
Yeah.
It's like totally. Food, water, therapy. Everyone should be in therapy. It's been a really great experience for me in general. Regardless, and it's so funny because I thought I was going to therapy to talk about everything that happened in my before my 20s.
Right.
But really it's how that affects where you are now.
Right. What happened to you in Starbucks.
Exactly.
Or what happened to you waiting in line at the movies and how
and how you get all bent out of shape about it, how you react to things.
Totally.
So you have a funny therapy story though. So
okay, so I went to start seeing a therapist, and the first time you go, you have to tell them everything, and so we have this great intake. And I went back for the next appointment and she didn't show up. She totally forgot about me. And it felt like a Woody Allen movie because I was like, how can your therapist not show up? And it was a mistake, but I think that was kind of a bad mistake to make for a therapist. And it was pretty funny though. So I definitely saw the humor in it. And then I went and got a different therapist because I don't know, but trust issues.
I know, but totally, right? They're just not going to show up. It's that's why we go to therapy.
Right.
For all the people that don't show up in our lives.
Yeah,
too.
and bless her heart. She's a wonderful therapist, I'm sure. But, it just wasn't a good match.
Doesn't sound that wonderful to me. Okay.
All right. But so 2015 is about working on ourselves.
Yeah, working ourselves and just some positive energy. And it's always nice. A lot of people, especially I've been on Facebook and I see what people are saying about resolutions, and they're kind of doubting. There's a lot of GIFs or MIFs. What are those things called? The memes people are doing those little like.
I don't understand, and I don't know what a bae is either. I can't.
Bae is like your your bae is like your boyfriend, right?
I thought it was someone that you were cheating on.
We've got some kids in the
with.
audience. The bae is like your boyfriend. It's like your boyfriend. Is it like your hookup? I would think it's like your booty call kind of pre-boyfriend.
We gotta figure it out because I am confused.
We totally do. The memes and the gifs or gifs. I don't know what it is. Okay. But anyway, the point is everyone is negative but there's all these gifs about negativity on resolutions. And I'm like, really? That's my favorite part about New Year's is like starting over and setting goals. And everything else. So I feel like it was so weird that people are so negative about it. I think it's a positive thing. Set your resolutions, set your goals, and get your shit together. And, and here's to a positive 2015.
I'll drink anything to that.
We have an awesome guest today, by the way.
I know, I'm so excited.
Miss Jamie Chamberlin is here. She's an opera singer and a musical theater performer. And
she's beautiful.
She's gorgeous and amazing, and I'm really excited she's here. So
her voice is amazing, and this is like she's a gift that she's here.
We're gonna have to invite her to go to karaoke with us.
Oh, no way, she's like the best singer.
No, we can totally do backup. She's an amazing singer, and she's also gonna perform for us. So without further ado, we are going to welcome Miss Jamie Chamberlin to the stage, everyone. Let's give her a round of applause. Jamie, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
You are awesome.
Thank you. So are you. I'm a huge fan.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm a huge fan of yours, and I have something to admit to you.
Tell me.
So when I was in 6th grade, we did a class like a field trip to go see San Marcos High School's version of South Pacific. I was in 6th grade. It was like you guys did those daytime like shows for the elementary school kids.
You were in 6th grade. That's so adorable because I was in high school and that's rude.
Yeah, right. Sorry. No. Anyway, we went to the show and you were playing Bloody Mary, which is one of my favorite South Pacific characters. I'm a huge theater geek, by the way, you guys. So I love South Pacific, and Bloody Mary is like the best part about.
The best part, the comedic relief.
And you are this like petite white girl playing Bloody Mary, who's supposed to be black, by the way. But you were turning it out.
It was so inappropriate.
And I loved it. I didn't really know who you were then, but I loved you. And then I went and saw Hello, Dolly. And at that time, I knew I wanted to do theater, high school theater. It was a big deal for me. But we were trying to figure out if I was going to go to Santa Barbara or San Marcos.
Yes.
And so my parents went and took me to Hello, Dolly. You were in Hello, Dolly. And you played Dolly.
Yes.
And literally, that was my decision to go to San Marcos after I saw you perform.
Oh my God.
You were so freaking fabulous.
That is amazing.
I just sat there in the audience, and I was in 8th grade. So, and I remembered, and I always read the bios when I went to see a show, the playbill.
The little bios.
I wouldn't read them until I got home after the show.
Oh, yeah.
And I would pick my favorite character of the show, and then I'd read the bio. And it's kind of like fangirl obsessed over it, because that was my thing. Like, I wasn't really huge. Like, I love Madonna. I loved all the performance, like, pop singers.
Me too.
But I was a huge theater geek.
Yes.
So, but anyway, so were you.
Thank you.
So, your high school experience.
Those were special moments for me in my life because Bloody Mary was my first lead at San Marcos. I came in my sophomore year. I got to do Bloody Mary that year, and it was kind of a mezzo-y role. And mezzo, okay, so I'm an opera singer.
Yeah. It's
so,
education.
Right.
Educate the children, darling, that's what I say.
I'm a soprano, so I sing in the higher register, but a mezzo soprano is the lower of the female voices. Mm-hmm. So that was a lower role, and I started singing kind of as a belter, a musical theater belter, and I still do that to this day.
And that's what I love.
Thank goodness, because that's what I love too. But my mom said something really sweet to me after I sang Bali High, which was her big song in that show.
Yeah.
My mom said, that performance was as close to perfect as you could have gotten. And I was like, Mom, I'm like 14,
Yeah.
or 15, that was amazing. And she was a singer, and a beautiful singer. Like, my mom has the most beautiful voice in the world.
And she was a single mom too, right?
Yes, she was a single mom.
So she sat there and supported you.
Oh my gosh, she was
amazing.
About that. Yeah, I grew up here in Santa Barbara, downtown Santa Barbara. My mom is a single mom. She was the manager of the Moby Dick on the wharf for many years. And then she was like head of food services in Goleta. But I had my grandma, my Greek grandma, growing up until I was 14. And a huge extended Greek family, my Nuna, who's my aunt, aunts and uncles. And it was really fun.
And I think like being Greek too, it's very much like being Mexican.
Please.
That we're like very celebratory.
Yes, everything's a celebration and everything is food.
Yeah, right? I know. No, the same with us.
gosh.
The same with us. So tell me a little bit, the moment that you realized, I think every performer has that moment when they realize that this is what they need to do. Not what they want to do, not what they have to do, but what they need to do.
Yeah.
What was that moment for you?
I mean, I don't know if it was a specific moment, but like, I just remember in school, in second grade and stuff, when we would get up and do our reports in front of the audience, I would feel so great because I'd do little voices for all the characters and everybody'd start laughing. It would just like egg me on. And I really like to hear people laughing. And I like to be the reason why they're laughing or the reason why they're happy.
And not being afraid of making, like, making fun of yourself too.
No, oh gosh, I am a total ham. I don't care. Like,
yeah, you're
who
gorgeous.
cares?
You're amazing. So that was that. So you just like remember those moments of like always being. Was there a performance in particular that you saw that you were like, okay, this is?
I would see my mom because my mom did like Santa Barbara Civic Light Opera and community theater. She did stuff at SBCC, and I saw her as the mother in Fiddler on the Roof when I was in like 6th or 7th grade, and then as Fräulein Schneider in Cabaret. And it was so amazing to like see her on the stage. And
I saw that production of Cabaret, by the way.
Okay, that was a great production.
And Cabaret is your favorite musical,
Cabaret
right?
is my favorite musical.
Well, it's my favorite musical too,
What?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
No, totally. I saw it 3 times
What are
in
we
New York.
singing right now? Oh,
no, 3 times
the
in
new
New York.
one?
Yeah, no, but back before
back
it was,
in the
yeah.
day.
So I saw Natasha Richardson do it.
Okay.
I saw Leah Thompson do it, and I saw Gina Gershon do it. And I'm a huge Showgirls fan, so.
Of course you are. Know me.
Yeah, so sing me a little Cabaret, because I need my Cabaret right now that I know.
Willkommen and bienvenue, welcome. Fremde, étranger, stranger.
I'm like getting goosebumps, because that's.
Glücklich zu sehen, je suis enchantée. Happy to see you, bleibe, reste, stay.
Oh, yes! yes!
This is like Cabaret.
Right,
I feel like I'm in Cabaret right now.
I'm like totally like, I would love, the MCU, I saw that character as a kid and then watching Alan Cumming do it.
Oh, was it insane?
Incredible.
I can't even imagine. I want to see it really bad, but I don't like New York.
You don't like New York?
I don't like
Why don't you like New York? I have to know this.
It's just not my vibe. I don't know how to describe it. It's not my vibe. I'm total Cali girl at heart.
Yeah.
That was a really big struggle being an opera singer, and I didn't realize that I didn't really care for New York and the weather and the atmosphere, and I didn't realize that until a little bit later in my career, because everyone was like, "Aren't you gonna go to New York?"
Yeah.
And then I just decided, you know what? No, I'm not. I'm gonna make a life for myself here.
Well,
I love it here.
And the great thing about it nowadays, there's everything you need in New York is in LA. Like it's grown and it's amazing, and there's so much to do there and so much. And a lot of those Broadway shows who audition, they hold an audition in LA too for people, which is awesome. So you don't have to fly back.
I mean,
and
if I
forth
had
like,
a job, I would go there.
Yeah.
But like to hoof it as a struggling artist on the streets in New York, oh my gosh.
An apartment that's
with
about the size of
no
my desk.
car. Can we talk about like?
Yeah.
They don't have cars in New York.
I know.
Hello, like what is this?
So you're in.
They do, but
you're in LA. I know. You have to be really rich to have a car.
You have to schlep all your stuff
in a cab.
Oh, how rude.
Anyway, that's another story. But so you have made a life for yourself in LA.
Yes.
You're amazing.
It's
so
a
tell me
blessing.
about your opera career and how you got started in that.
Oh my gosh. I mean, in a weird way, even though my mom was an opera singer, I fell into opera. I wanted to do musical theater, and I don't know, I went to UCLA, I started with my voice teacher there, and she was a great influence on me. And we discovered that I had all this like upper high notes and range and a lot of coloratura, which means fast moving notes. I can sing like really fast phrases. And I started getting hired. And like after I was done with my bachelor's at UCLA, I got hired by the LA Opera in the chorus. And then I made my solo debut, and then I got a gig with the LA Phil, and I made my solo debut the first season of the Disney Hall.
No way.
Singing the song that Esa-Pekka Salonen, who was the conductor of the LA Phil, at that time, he wrote a piece called Wing on Wing that was the piece that sort of dedicated the hall, which was about the architecture that Frank Gehry did when he built the hall, and I sang the solo in that piece. Like, it was amazing.
So,
I've been able to just do a million things, and it's been really neat, and it's been a total struggle, and I had a period where I stopped singing for a while because I ended up getting chronic tonsillitis, and I needed to have my tonsils removed, and it was hugely stressful, and
I can't imagine.
I had to start over, and I'm like kind of on the other side of starting over now, where things are starting to pick up again. After I took a 2-year hiatus, like at 30 years old, and that was not cute.
Well, here, I know it's not cute, but like, you know, here it is now.
But
you
it's
got,
like
you got through that, because
Survivor.
I know dancers, I know singers that like injure themselves, and they really just stop.
Yeah.
Like, they don't kind of, you know, adapt.
Yeah,
so
you
to
get
speak.
it. I mean, you get it if you're a performer. You get it, like, when you lose your ability, you're like, can I even handle doing this anymore? Because if my livelihood is coming from this one, you know, these folds of tissue in my throat, right? And it's not working, like, do I need to find something else to do?
That's
it was
really
stressful,
scary.
but I stayed.
Well, we're going to talk a little bit about that after this clip. And I want to pronounce it right.
Oh, yes.
It's called La Sonambule.
Oh, La Sonambula. Very
Bula.
good.
Bule.
The sleepwalker. La Sonambula creme brulee.
Yeah.
La Sonambula means the sleepwalker
Okay,
in
yeah, tell the children.
Italian. But this is a piece, it's in English, and it's by a great composer named Mark Abel, and I sing on a CD of his song cycles, and it's available on Delos Records, and it came out last year, and we got some really nice
Give him a little
reviews.
RuPaul wink. It's available.
It's available, and it's available for instant download on
yeah.
iTunes. It's called Terrain of the Heart, Song Cycles of Mark Abel.
Perfect. So we're going to cut to that, and let's do it.
The trees of a forest arch and bend, but do not break. I can believe for the first time there is grace and peace in store for me, at the end of the pathway there is a door, the door we will walk through together into the most beautiful weather. This is my prayer.
Honey, you were serving some drama in that clip.
It's so dramatic.
It
well,
was.
This is like it's a new genre of song. It's like a fusion of classical song, and there's some jazz influences, and it's
like
it's
it.
really neat. This is like new music. This is like new classical music.
And how cool is it? Do they call it neoclassical? Is that what they call it now?
Well,
'Cause
no,
They do
I
a
mean-
ballet that's kind of neoclassical now.
Yeah, I mean, it's just I call it just new music.
New
that's,
music.
That's just what I call it.
Fresh and called new music.
Okay.
So I want to really talk about, because you're playing a role of a person who I love.
We all
and
do.
at Long Beach Opera, right?
Yes.
And so you're playing Marilyn Monroe in the new opera about her life.
Yes.
That is awesome.
I get to portray Marilyn Monroe in Marilyn Forever at Long Beach Opera. It's in March. And it's an opera by Gavin Bryars, and he's a British composer.
Oh.
And it's in English, and a lady named Marilyn Bowering wrote the libretto, which are the words to the opera. And it kind of takes an introspective look into the night that she died. So it takes place in her home, and it flashes back, and there's actually there's another Marilyn. So there's two of us portraying Marilyn, and it's another colleague of mine, a wonderful mezzo named Danielle Bond. And so we're gonna have a lot of fun sort of interacting and being the different facets of Marilyn, and there's gonna be flashbacks of her, and there's gonna be really intense moments of what she might have been feeling before she decided to take her life. And this opera does take the opinion that she took her life.
Because a lot of hardcore Marilyn Monroe fans think that she was killed.
Right.
And,
like Kennedy's, all that, what? I don't know.
I know, but I love Marilyn Monroe because, first of all, she was so risque at the time, which I loved, but she was so complicated, and she was like the smart, dumb blonde.
Oh my gosh, she was so smart. And this is what I'm really have learned about her in preparing for the role, and even preparing to audition. I did a lot of work just in the audition process. I really, really wanted the role. And she really knew exactly what she was doing. It was very calculated. All of her... the makeup took 2 hours, And,
I'm sure. And she was painted for the gold.
Exactly. It was just all specifically calculated to be a certain way. And she really longed for acceptance of who she really was. Yeah. And no one actually knew who, the real Norma Jean was. And this opera really explores that. And it's really complex, and it's wonderful, and I'm excited.
I can't wait.
Excited.
I cannot wait to see it.
Yeah.
Because I've always loved her, and I grew up with her movies. We were a huge musical theater family too, so we would play music. And so, what is your favorite Marilyn Monroe movie?
Probably Gentlemen Prefer Blondes, of course, with the iconic "Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend" scene, which I'm going to sing later.
I know, I'm so excited.
But then there's this other weird movie called Niagara, where she's like plotting to kill her husband with her lover, which I love for some reason. It's kind of like a weird Hitchcock-esque movie.
Did Hitchcock direct it?
I don't think he did, though. I think it's like kind of
in that era.
In that style. It's sort of like an homage.
I'm going to have to Netflix that one because
it's really, I
love stuff like that. I love dramas.
Yeah, I love her.
So what does the future hold for Miss Jamie Chamberlin?
Oh!
Yeah, I mean, here you are. You've gone through this amazing journey and already have an amazing career. So what role do you want to play? Tell me everything that you want to accomplish.
Oh my gosh.
In your career or goals.
Well, my ultimate life goal of all time is always happiness and being happy in who I am. That is like the number one thing. Everything else is like a bonus.
Yeah.
And I'm in a wonderful relationship. I feel really happy and fulfilled with that. And my career is going really well right now. I would like to do more stuff. So I think maybe I'm going to work on getting an agent next, because I've done all this without an agent.
That's incredible. I mean, that's really incredible. Like, you're a hustler.
I feel like I'm ready.
Yeah. I mean, it's so funny when you are, and sometimes people don't realize, like, I want to tell these young kids, these young theater kids, these young performers, I want to say, like, hang in there.
Yeah.
Wait, why do you have to do everything by the time you're 23?
Oh my gosh, it's so, I mean,
like, come on, people, hang in there, because you're not able to really receive all that yumminess and all that success until you are our age.
I love that. And your 30s, oh my gosh, my 30s have been such like an amazing, and I sound so corny, but like it's really been a journey to discover myself and to really feel comfortable with who I am, every aspect of who I am.
I love that.
Couldn't be better.
Well, before we leave, what is the role that you want to play before you die?
I would like to, for opera, I would like to sing Violetta in La Traviata by Verdi, which is one of my favorite operas. And for musical theater, I think I would like to play Evita.
Oh, it's so good.
Okay.
Did you like Madonna's portrayal of Evita? You didn't?
Well, I didn't think she had the vocal chops, but I love Madonna.
But I thought her acting was pretty good.
Her acting was good, but like, I grew up on Patti LuPone.
Yeah,
hello.
I know.
Okay.
So, Jamie, I can't even handle it anymore.
I can't handle it.
I need you to sing for me.
Oh my gosh.
Like, for realsies thing.
Let's do it.
And so I'm going to welcome to the stage, darling, Miss Jamie Chamberlin, and she's singing one of my favorite Marilyn Monroe songs, Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend.
My wardrobe change. The French are glad to die for love. They delight in fighting duels, but I prefer a man who lives and gives expensive jewels. A kiss on the hand may be quite continental, but diamonds are a girl's best friend. A kiss may be grand, but it won't pay the rental on your humble flat, or help you at the automat. Men grow cold as girls grow old, and we all lose our charms in the end. But square cut or pear shape, these rocks don't lose their shape. Diamonds are a girl's best friend. Cartier, Black Star, Frost Gorman. Talk to me, Harry Winston. Tell me all about it. There may come a time when a lass needs a lawyer, but diamonds are a girl's best friend. Time when a hard-boiled employer thinks you're awful nice, but get that ice or else no dice. He's your guy when stocks are high, but beware when they start to descend. It's then that those louses go back to their spouses. Diamonds are a girl's best friend. I've heard of affairs that are strictly platonic, but diamonds are a girl's best friend. And they say affairs that you must keep Masonic are better bets. If little pets get big baguettes, time rolls on and youth is gone, and you can't straighten up when you bend. But stiff back or stiff knees, you stand straight at Tiffany's. Diamonds, diamonds. I don't mean rhinestones, but diamonds are a girl's best friend.
Oh my gosh, Judy, that was amazing. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, my dear.
Wow, you're amazing. And Miss Nina, thank you so much.
Thank you. Love you.
Thank you everyone for tuning in to Fun Sparkle Drama. I am your host, Nico Cervantes, and I will see you next time.